Movement is medicine, and also it's self-care. If you like this video, make sure to comment, like, and share. Today we're going to be going over teapots.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
These are going to work your obliques and transverse abdominis. So they're working your abdominal muscles, but not the ones we often associate with these visible abs right here. These other abs are inside, deeper within your body, and also more on the sides. Therefore, we're going to be doing a lot of lateral movement. So, what is a teapot? A teapot, if I put my hand like this, which you do not need to do that.
Here is my handle, here is my spout. Yo!
This is just for show. I am leaning to the side to stretch these muscles right here. That's the whole point of this, is I'm stretching these muscles, and then I'm going to pull it back up, trying to use these muscles only. It's a bit harder than you might anticipate. So how do we go about doing this? Shocker, what's he about to show us? Tucking our ribs down to activate the top of our rectus abdominis, tucking our hips under to activate the bottom of our rectus abdominis. But Major, you just said we're not using those muscles. Doesn't matter. You need to get into that position just to get a strict and straight spine while you're doing this, because if you don't do that and your lower back is arched like this, you're going to put pressure in your back instead of your abdominals. So it's still important to make sure we brace our core here. I've said this so many times in all these videos, no matter what you're doing, try to brace your core. There's rarely a bad time in life in general to not squeeze your abdominal muscles. When you're sitting down, standing up, standing in a line, literally anytime you want to practice getting good abdominal strength, just squeeze your abdominal muscles. Tuck, tuck, squeeze. Let's move on to more teapot stuff. There's honestly not a lot for me to say about this exercise. Let's go over bare bones minimum basics. My feet shoulder width. I want to make sure my feet are firmly into the ground. I'm going to keep my knees slightly bent, but make sure I'm not like bending my knees throughout the motion, being all wobbly. So I'm doing what is necessary to keep my core tight, shoulders rounded back and down to keep my chest and shoulder blades tight as well, because the only thing we want moving or stretching is this part of our body right here. I am leaning down to where the kettlebell or dumbbell is below my knee. If you're using a dumbbell, it's going to be right above your knee. I'd honestly recommend a kettlebell. I personally think it's easier to hold, and the way the weight is distributed for this exercise specifically is really, really helpful. So how am I coming up here and activating this? I think about this is like an alligator jaw opening up. You don't have to put your arm out here, but it might help. Snap it down. Open up, stretch it, snap it down. And that's really all it is. Working these muscles, you need to go light. You need to go a little easier. You've probably not used these a lot because we don't do a lot of side bending in our day-to-day lives unless you're an athlete or someone who is actively training all the way through their movement patterns and behaviors. But a lot of you out there I know are not doing much, if anything. So when doing these, go light, honestly. Grab like a grocery bag, a tote bag, something. Just practice leaning, closing the gap there. Lean, close the gap. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. That's all I've got for you guys today. I am making a movement-related video every day for the month of May, and then after the fact, my goal is at least once a week. I'm also going live on my streams every day for at least an hour, moving my body to promote an hour of movement for everyone, every day. And no matter who you are, what your disabilities, your handicaps, your situation might be, I want to try to find ways to promote and help you find a way to engage in healthy movement daily. So, thank you so much for your love and support. If you'd give me a follow, comment, share, subscription, anything you can do to help boost the video and share it with people that you love and appreciate, or just the internet in general, I would appreciate that so much. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. And remember,